What's up guys, Feel Safe here. Today we're taking a look at the Aries MOBA. So this is basically the call of the sniper rifle with the open bolt system, which is basically you can actually see the open bolt of the system and it work. So we got I think it's a 35 or 45 round AS-45, so it's a 45 round magazine. It's a high quality plastic. I'm talking pretty hardcore. I mean, it's really durable. I've only got one complaint about this magazine feeding system. When I feed BBs into this magazine, when I insert it to the rifle, it doesn't feed very well. It doesn't feed very consistently, and you can sometimes just bump the bottom of it to get it to shoot the BBs up, and that kind of sucks. So maybe if they're working on something to resolve that, that'd be great. As of right now, these magazines, it's something to do, I'm thinking, with this top spring here. I'm glad it's holding the BBs from just spewing out, but it just kind of sucks, like I said, because you have to kind of give it a bump in order for it to force feed the BB out. As for the rifle itself, it looks nice. You know, it's a little more front end heavy. This flash hider does not come with the rifle. It's actually a separate purchase. Costed about $23, I think, $24, something like that. Somewhere between the $23 to $28 mark, something like that. You may also notice these scratches here on the bolt. It's not very nice, not very good. Apparently there's a plastic lining that you can pull out from inside this bolt area, and it just scratches the bolt all to hell. I actually tried to sand down a little bit of the bolt in order for it, because it's like really stiff also with that plastic lining in there, and it kind of sucks. Bolt's not all the way down. Okay. So also with this flash hider, it makes a little different noise sound than your typical just screw on cap, which I still have. Doesn't have a very good air seal when you first get it. The hop up, my actual hop up right here on top, once I screwed it down, it just didn't stop. There's no warning of how far your hop up can go. So I actually screwed my hop up Allen screw completely through my. Actually, I screwed it down so far, it actually broke the rubber on the hop up, and I had to order a new hop up. So this hop up system kinda not very good. Let's see what else. It's a fast breakdown weapon. You could probably break this whole weapon down in, we'll say, like 5, maybe 10 minutes. You just take out your Harris style pin here, take out the screw that's holding most of your lower to your upper, and then a screw that I didn't receive. As you can see, it's a silver four-way Phillips head screw behind the trigger guard. You take that out, and basically it just completely falls apart, and then you unscrew your fluted barrel from your hop up and your bolt area here, and it just pulls apart. And basically, I mean, it just breaks straight down. I mean, it's pretty simple, straightforward. It's a nice setup. However, it's got its flaws. Like I said, the plastic sheathing. I don't even know what you would call it. We'll go with plastic sleeve. That sounds more proper. It's got a plastic sleeve that surrounds the bolt. In my opinion, it should have been a really high quality aluminum, however you want to say it. That would have been a lot better. Also, perhaps if it was actually made to the upper bolt area instead of an extra piece that slid in, would be a lot better. Or even if it just slid in and they, somehow, like, because this is metal here. Perhaps if they would have welded it or tack welded it or something just to hold it in place, because the plastic sleeve just is totally destroying the bolt. It's going to be turning gold before long, and that kind of sucks because the gold, obviously, I mean, it does blend in to an extent, I guess, but it just looks bad on the bolt's behalf, because you can see there's like this much, which is about an inch and a quarter, inch and a half of bolt that's still black, and it looks kind of bad because the rest of it's all scratched up. The hop up is a bad design on this particular weapon. I would have rather went with like the slider on the side, or an adjustable on the bottom, something, or even a different type of hop up unit on the inside, because I think Bespoke from UK, the company, is actually making a different hop up unit, which I would more than likely, try out or buy, purchase, if you needed some kind of like feedback, which I've seen that you did post on James Parker, I believe. I've seen that you posted on your Facebook for MOBA owners, for people trying them out. That would be interesting to try out in this particular weapon. The one in here it's just, I don't know, it's just a basic made. I mean, it has, when you pull it apart, it shows you where your rubber sets, which is, it's nice because you'll never get your hop up. Your nub, it'll always point. If you flip it upside down, it may point, obviously you can't push up on it. So it'll always push down as long as you line your nub with the way it's supposed to fit into the barrel. However, there's no barrel spacers in your fluted barrel. I actually took some electrical tape, some black electrical tape, and made a spacer just to keep the inner barrel from flexing or anything. Let's see what else. There are a lot of attachments. There's trigger, handguard attachment here. There's cheek riser. They've already come out with a second edition with an adjustable cheek riser and also a adjustable shoulder plate. Only thing they come out now with is a different type of handguard. Maybe something a little more, I don't know, level instead of kind of, I don't know, it's just got a really strange feel to it, on my opinion. However, when you do hold the rifle, it feels really solid. I mean, it feels really solid. Yeah, the pull's not really that far. You're looking at maybe 2 inches on a pull, but that plastic sleeve just doesn't sit well with me at all. Your indicator on the side here, your safe and fire. Let's see what else, and also the magazine. I actually honestly found that the index finger dropping of a magazine is a lot easier than trying to fumble around, and you have to like maneuver the buttstock of your weapon to get up inside here, and it's really kind of tight. So if I'm going to release this magazine, I'm going to use the index finger release because it's a lot faster and a lot easier. I guess it just has like a lot more leverage rather than trying to pull this thing here. They can actually honestly probably do away with this part and just leave the trigger guard. A lot easier. This kind of just in the way where it's at. Just cut it off. That'd be perfect. I mean, it'd be like slimline and it'd look good. Also ordered the bolt. I ordered this also. I think it was around the $20 mark. And that's about it for this particular weapon. Overall, the only particular thing that I have any problems with would be the sleeve and the hop up. That's it. Everything else on this is fine, in my perspective. Oh, I'm sorry. And the magazine. The BB feed is terrible. Like I said, I have to slap the bottom of it a little bit to get the BB to fly up, or else it just kind of dry fires and there's nothing that pops up. If we can get that resolved, that'd be great. Yep. Don't know why it's doing that either. It's just kind of weird. Maybe there should be like a button that sets down or something, like when your bolt. Maybe the bolt should have something on the bottom of it that would release the BB to pop up when you pull it back. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's a lot of people out there having that problem. It's just weird. And I ordered this from Red Wolf Airsoft. If I would have waited about 2 weeks later, I could have got it from E-Bike. A lot cheaper too. And the mailing would have been a lot cheaper. So yeah, I guess I kind of screwed myself, but I was impatient. So that's what you get when you are impatient. You get expensive things if you want to be the first to have it, I guess. That's about all I have for this this particular weapon. So, guys, if you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more reviews, first impressions or such, please hit that subscribe button. It will notify you of when I'm making a video or when my video goes up. Alright guys, till next time, feel safe. Don't play with your airsoft toys out in public because somebody might shoot you or think you're robbing somebody. So keep them in a bag. And don't point them in anybody's face. Wear face protection when you play. That's all I got. Later guys.
Turn it on.